And now, it's the Still Unnamed Podcast with your hosts, Pete and Mark.
Hey kids, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed Podcast. I'm Pete Solis, along with
Mark Chocolate Pants Rodriguez.
Chocolate Pants.
Not the poo-poo variety. Real chocolate.
It's been a while. It's been a few weeks.
It's been a minute, as the kids say.
It has been. I was debating something before I started. Before I cracked the mic, as they say. I always say, "Welcome to another exciting edition of the Still Unnamed Podcast." Should I change that to episode or more like installment or something like that? Like those are words that bounce around my head instantly, but I still go back to the tried and true. Welcome to another edition of the Still Unnamed Podcast. What do you think works?
I've never thought of it. Addition sounds fine because it's a catalog, and this is an addition to the catalog.
Okay, that's cool. I wanted to ask my.
I don't think I would ever be like, Pete, it's been. I have not known how to tell you this for the past almost 90 episodes.
Right.
That sucks. You need to say episode instead of edition.
Well, I feel like I used to. I would really like to go back. In fact, that's something I'd like to do is like to go back and do like a retrospective kind of episode where we listen to like old clips of us.
Yeah.
And then we'd like make fun of ourselves.
I don't know. I've been firing on all cylinders since day one, boy.
Well, one of the really cool things that's happening today is that we are wearing matching shirts.
Yeah, we are.
You and I have finally got some swag going on
some
here.
Some sweet swag.
Yes, and it is an awesome T-shirt that was created by...
Custom made by Alyssa Salas.
Yep, that is my baby sister, your wife, and she presented it to me for my birthday because, FYI, today, Tuesday, is... my birthday.
Happy birthday, Pete. Woo!
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a special birthday episode. And the only thing special about it is the fact that we will be not talking about my birthday. So let's move on.
Yep.
Just kidding. Birthdays. What are those?
What up with them?
What gives with those?
How come? You know the Amish? Or,
Tell me.
No, not
Talk
the
to me.
Amish. The other ones. Mormons. They don't celebrate anything.
Is that true?
I feel like...
Because if that is inaccurate, then you would really.
You could consult your producer.
Producer, she's giving me a thumbs up. Jehovah's Witnesses do not
Jehovah's
celebrate.
Witnesses.
But okay, is it that they don't celebrate like festivities, or do they not recognize birthdays? Because there's a difference.
They don't celebrate because obviously they have to recognize it because they can't just be like, I do not know how old this child is.
Right. He's been here for a long time.
Heads up. You're now 9.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like one time I had a discussion with one or someone that knew them, and they were like, yeah, they don't really like celebrate or like have parties about it because if they want to give you a gift, they'll just give you a gift. Like, hey,
right.
I saw this awesome shirt, or I wanted to make something for you, so I wanted to do it, and I did it for you. I didn't have to wait for, oh, you know what, Valentine's Day is coming up. Christmas is coming up. His birthday's coming up. No, I thought of you. I wanted to do something for you. This is for you.
So they don't wait for a special occasion or whatever.
Because special occasions don't exist.
Right. Okay, I get it. So what do they do on the day of their child's birth? Do they treat
Pop
it
out
like
a baby?
They have another one. Do they treat it just like any other day?
I feel like, yeah.
I'm getting a nod from the producer, so yeah.
Producer, yep. They just do nothing.
Wow, that sucks.
Does it though?
Well, you know what? You know what? What's the funny thing is like for the last few years I've been trying to like erase everything about my birthday anyway. So maybe that is.
Because also
so
you're not expecting anything. Because a lot of why people hate their birthdays is because it doesn't fulfill their expectations.
Okay,
like let's say you're 8 years old and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 8 years old. I'm gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese and whatever, and then you go to Chuck E. Cheese and your parents are just like, here's $5 in tokens, and you go to Chuck E. Cheese, and then you're like, all right,
and you spend it in 25 seconds,
and then you're like, can I have some more money? It's my birthday, and they're like, no.
Okay, I get it, but you're referring to in this, you're positing this situation as it's an 8-year-old, but like, what about a 38-year-old
Okay.
You know, like, do you think that
Does
expectations...
anything about being older bring you joy?
No, not really. No.
It sucks. It just, things hurt now.
Right.
My knee pops. I was gonna... It's been doing that for years now.
Right.
But I
You've
was
told
trying
me.
to do that old silly bit where I was on the other side of the counter and I told Alyssa, like, hey, I'm gonna go downstairs. Do you need anything? I was on the other side of a table, so I hit the imaginary button. I started to go down, and then my knee pops. And so, like, I'm hidden, but you hear my old man knees. Exactly.
Yes, I see. But, okay, so what's your take on birthdays? Like, do you still look forward to your birthday in all reality? Because we know that you are a tried and true fucking
Christmas
Dickensian style Christmas loving
perfect word,
motherfucker.
Dickensian. If I knew what that was, that would be.
It means you like dick. So you love dick as much as you love
on the back.
as much as you love Christmas. So yes, but birthdays, are you just as hyped about it?
No, I want to say at a young age I was pretty disappointed.
Really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I wanna say
Is
maybe-
that true, or is that a
no,
bit?
yeah.
Okay, because I think I lost mine around 24, personally.
I think I lost mine around 10.
Okay, wow.
I think I had like a shitty birthday, and like we had gone to the movies, and look, it's real childish of me, but I was a child at the time. I wanted it to be all about me on that day, but like there were other people, and you have to be conscious of other people, and I just wanted it to be about me. Like, it's my day. This is for me. I'm special today. This is about Mark.
Right.
And it wasn't, and that let me down. And it started to like make me open my eyes, and I'm like, you know what? I hate my birthday. Because like really there's
Wow, since age 10.
about.
Okay, very interesting.
I remember crying next to a shed. But it wasn't even a birthday party or anything. Also, one thing that sucks is that my brother and I are about 20 days apart, so every time I had a birthday party, he had a birthday party.
I was just about to ask you. I said, you know, you've got a really big family, as we've said, like lots
Yeah.
of cousins and aunts and uncles.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you ever had like another cousin that had like a birthday on the same day, that you guys always just had a
Yeah.
you know, a duo.
Yeah.
Combo birthday.
Except it was my brother.
Wow, that's even worse.
And so for the most part, every time we had a party, we had a joint party. So it wasn't really it's Mark's day, it's Mark and Michael's day.
Wow, that sucks.
So it was never really special to me. So I grew, I don't know, a callus around that day.
But what about now? I mean, now that you have a family, you have a wife, kids.
Alyssa has worked really, really, really hard to make my birthday special, and she's
Like
succeeded.
to bring you out of the darkness.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I really, really appreciate it. But I think those walls are really, really high, and I'm just so afraid to ever like get super excited one time, and then maybe she doesn't go all out, surprise me with a super awesome party, surprise me with an amazing heartfelt gift. But that is good because that means I'm genuinely happy and excited and surprised
Right.
when I get an amazing birthday present by Alyssa.
Interesting.
So what happened when you were 24? That sucked.
I remember, I want to say it was 24. I might have my math wrong. I just remember having a birthday party here, and it was like thrown together real last minute.
Yeah.
And which was fine because I wasn't expecting anything, but it was almost like the over effort of putting it on kind of like took away from it.
Yeah.
And I remember like joking, like my mom asked me like, what kind of cake do you want? And I said, you know, I want a white cake that just says eat me on it. And she was like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm like, but that's what I want.
Yeah.
You know, and it
It's
was
silly,
like,
but
it's silly, but it's a joke. It's also a reference to, you know, literature and whatnot, Alice in Wonderland. And, you know, it was something that I wanted. I don't know
That's
why.
not what I was thinking of. What's
I
that
just wanted to
song?
be.
I'm thinking of Pugsley dressed up as a turkey in Adam's Family.
Oh, yeah.
And he was saying, eat me.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, it was, yeah, it just.
Did you get that cake?
I did. Well, mom made it happen, but I think she wrote it herself. Like
She was
got
probably embarrassed
She was
to-
embarrassed to ask, so she got like a blank cake, And I think that she crudely wrote in real skinny, like as thin as this,
As
and
small
I
as a charging cable.
what I was imagining was like just like frame to frame, EATME, like all over it.
It's in the game.
Exactly, exactly. But I didn't get it, and I really think that Mom did it herself, and it was just like and again, that sounds real bratty, like I didn't get the cake that I wanted, but like that's not what I meant. It was just kind of like it was in that moment that I was like, you know what, birthdays are they're done.
Yeah.
They're over for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know my mom's like fucking 12 episodes behind, and she's gonna get to this eventually, but I'm not blaming her for anything.
No.
I'm just saying, like, there was something inside me. I was not very happy in my personal life at that time, and like it was just kind of like I think that was the year that the outside world, that was outside of my perfect little bubble that I create, my own kingdom that I am ruler of, was like closing in on me, and it started to pierce the bubble. Yeah. And then I just kind of said, you know what, the birthdays are done. So ever since then, that's been over 10 years now, I've really had like a real negativity towards my birthday.
I feel like that's everybody though. Like I can't think I feel like that's a coming of age thing where people are just like, you know what, my birthdays are done.
I have to disagree, because producer Jamie here, like, huge fan of birthdays.
Her birthday?
Her own and her people that she cares about. She makes a big deal about birthdays, which I have been very lucky about that, because I've had some wonderful parties, and I'm not just saying that because she's sitting here, but like you've been a part of several of them. They're themed. We talked about that. Yeah. Like I never had themed parties until I met Jamie, and like she would like Buc-ee's and what else have we had? It and Thordy and Hulk and just different shit like that. Like it has meant a lot to me. But I just know that the days leading up to my birthday are always just wrought with like fucking stress and anxiety. And I don't understand. I mean, the thing that has changed is that my outlook on birthdays for other people has gotten better. Yeah. And specifically, you helped me with a birthday party that we threw for Jamie a few years ago. It was Dexter themed.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, we freaking had to work in a shed.
We did. We set up a kill room.
It was really cool.
It was very cool. I think that was the coolest
Weren't
thing
we having issues with like the tarp not staying, or like the tape as being a dick hole?
It was, and then we used staples.
There we go. That's what Dexter does.
Right. So it was pretty cool. Like those are like little things that I know that my outlook on other people's birthdays have changed, but my outlook on my own, unfortunately, still stays kind of negative. It sways towards the negativity. Yeah. And I don't know. I just thought I'd ask what your thoughts on birthdays were.
Yeah, and mine's coming up in like a week.
I don't give a shit.
2 weeks. You gave me an awesome gift. I really appreciate it.
I did. You're not getting anything else.
I know. I'm fully aware of what's going on.
I'll give you a high five.
Hell yeah.
How's that?
Hey, I think we're going to record on my birthday, because it's Sundays, and my birthday's going to be on a Sunday.
Okay. Cool.
So...
Well, then yeah, we'll record on your birthday.
I don't want to.
Me neither. What else is going on, man? Why have you been unavailable to record the show for the last few weeks?
Oh, man, where do I begin? Got chocolate on my pants. The list goes on and on. I don't know. Did we record on Mother's Day?
No, I don't think so. No. Well,
so one of them was Mother's Day.
Okay, well, I think the first one was the very first weekend of the month. I got the shit beat out of me at Fiesta, Texas.
Oh, yeah, dude. We have not recorded in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We went to Fiesta, Texas, and it was a...
That was like May the 4th? Be with you?
May 3rd. We were over 25 days ago. It was an awesome trip that was planned by producer Jamie, and she put it all together. She'd been wanting to take... Quentin and I to Fiesta, Texas for a very long time. Yeah. And we just never had the time. We never had whatever. The schedule never lined up. And it was like, you know what? He's leaving elementary school, which is a whole other thing. Yeah. He's leaving elementary school. We got to do it before he becomes like a full-fledged, shitty little preteen kid. You know what I mean?
It's coming.
It is coming. So she made all the plans. She set everything up. It was a great trip. It was an amazing trip. I had a lot of fun. I had not been to Fiesta, Texas since I was probably 18.
Yeah, I haven't been in decades.
So it's been about 20 years. in all reality. And it was a great time. And I thought, you know what? If I'm not going to be here for another 20 years again, then that means I'm going to be like close to 60 by the next time I come to Fiesta, Texas. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ride some rides.
Hell yeah.
Which is like, I'm not really that much of a roller coaster kind of guy.
I love roller coasters.
Do you?
I love them.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with them. I have a real issue with feeling like I'm too large for roller coasters, even though there were much larger people walking around, and they had no problem squeezing their fat asses into a fucking rattler.
Can you hold my corn dog?
Yeah, exactly. It was something inside me. It was like a anxiety that I had, whatever. So I did limit myself, but I got on 3 roller coasters.
Did you get on the Rattler?
I did get on the Rattler.
Woo!
I have to get on the Rattler.
Yeah, you do?
Because I think that the Rattler and the Superman were the 2 that I rode last time. I only rode 2 20 years ago.
Wow.
So 20 years later, I said, I'm going to ride 3.
Wow.
So I wanted to revisit the Superman, closed for repairs.
Aw, poop.
The other big thing was that the Joker ride was going to be open May of 2019. We were there May 3rd of 2019. Not a fucking support beam even put up.
Oh, man.
Like, they are way behind schedule. If they were projecting May of 2019,
no way.
It wasn't even built. It was like a corner of wherever they were gonna put it.
Yeah.
And there was that construction,
like
cyclone fence around it. Not even one
pillar,
nothing. I was like, holy shit!
Steel beam.
Someone's getting fired. And do you know about the Joker ride?
I don't know anything about the Joker ride.
Okay, it's a big purple pendulum. It is the world's largest pendulum ride. So basically, what it is it's a circular, like port, and I don't know, 20 people get on or whatever.
Oh my gosh!
That motherfucker spins. As it swings.
Oh my gosh!
A full like 180 type of back and forth as you're spinning.
Crazy.
Yeah, it should have been awesome, but like it wasn't fucking built at all. So I missed out on that. So the Superman was down, the Joker was gone. We rode on one. Quentin and I rode on one called the Goliath or something like that. I'm not sure what it was. It was sponsored by Takis. That's all I know is there was fucking Takis logos all over the place on the cars. The one that I had to go to, I had to try because I was there. They denied me Superman. Joker wasn't there. I got on the Batman ride.
Nice.
Do you know about the Batman ride?
I don't.
Okay.
I know his parents were killed. Did they kill your parents on the ride?
They killed my ribs. I think I broke a rib on the Batman ride.
So that one is just like a typical roller coaster?
No. It looks like, do you remember those old Hot Wheels tracks that you would build, like the orange railing that you would like snap together and it would make like almost like a figure 8 type of thing?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like. So you get on these seats, right?
Yeah.
And what the seat does is the seat spins 360.
Oh, wow.
As it goes on its own roller coaster figure 8 track.
Oh, that's so cool.
So you are legitimately, at some point, you're spinning 360 this way and 360 this way. It's like a...
How did your tummy tum feel?
Well, here's the thing is, again, going back to my issue with like feeling like I'm too large for these things.
Yeah.
So I feel like my girth is going to pop open the safety harness. So what I did was I sat in it. And it's like you put these like aviator type of seat belt, like almost like you're in a cockpit of whatever the hell they're called.
Ford
F-16. Ford F-150, F-16 mother trucker. So you put this big seat belt on, and then the metal railing thing comes down, and so what I did was I put it to where it was like tight, and then I pulled it even harder to make.
Oh my gosh!
And as soon as I did that, I was like, okay, that's a little too tight. Like I was like, this is snug.
It's a bit snug.
So then the problem is like as an added safety measure, the people that work the ride walk by each little cart and push as they keep going. So it was already too tight, and as soon as he pushed it down, I heard, and I said, okay.
He cranked it another notch.
I could officially not inflate my lungs anymore. I was without oxygen. The good thing is, thankfully, this ride only lasts about 35 seconds.
How long was the line?
about 45 minutes. What happened was the ride starts. I have whatever bit of oxygen I have left in my lungs. Okay? And then as the ride begins and I start ascending, then it starts rotating. And the minute it rotated 360, I heard another click.
Oh my gosh.
Because my own weight like propelled it, and I locked it even harder on myself.
Oh wow.
And what was left in my lungs went out. And as soon as the ride started and we did the first drop, you know how like when you pop your neck or your back, you can like hear it in your head? Mm-hmm. I heard it. As soon as I flipped backwards, I heard a crack inside, somewhere inside me.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh my God, I literally thought I was going to die. It was the scariest, most terrifyingly amazing experience.
Did you have fun? Was it a little bit fun?
It was a little bit fun because I legit thought I was going to die. So what I did say was, do you remember in The Dark Knight Returns, where he's like an older Batman and now he's just kind of like chasing that high of like adrenaline, so now he's racing cars?
Yeah.
And his infamous line?
Oh, yeah.
What does he say?
Something like, today's a good day to die.
This would be a good death. I said that as soon as it started because I legitimately thought, this is it. I'm going to die on the Batman ride. But instead, turns out I just broke like
also,
some
that
ribs.
would be a great story. Like, somebody died in this ride?
Exactly. But now I have the privilege of saying Batman broke my ribs.
Foghorn Leghorn's still there?
He's there somewhere.
There were Looney Tunes?
There was Looney Tunes influenced like murals and stuff like that, gift shops, but there weren't characters walking around like there are at Disney with Mickey Mouse and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
I remember seeing Bugs Bunny and I was starstruck. It was pretty amazing. I told him, I love all your cartoons. I've seen them all. You're great.
Yeah?
I was so
Did he just did he sign your autograph and stuff?
No, I just wanted to give him a hug. I was 22. I'm just kidding.
Well, it was fun.
Awesome. I'm glad y'all had
Producer
fun.
Jamie has raised her hand. Hold on.
Scooby-Doo proposed to me at the one in Dallas. What? Yeah.
Whoa.
That was really exciting. Scooby-Doo. I had the whole crew, and I said, "Can I get a picture?" And it was about Christmas time, so everyone was Christmassy.
Yeah.
Christmas vests, and Scooby-Doo for the picture got down on his knee and proposed to me.
Did you swoon? Like, did you lift a leg?
I did.
Of course you did.
I did. So that's all I wanted to say was I got to meet Scooby-Doo. That was fun.
Well, that's great. Well, now I know. Like, I gotta watch out for that motherfucker too.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, she really likes dogs.
She does. She does. She got proposed to by Scooby-Doo. So yeah, that was fun. It was a good time. I hadn't been to San Antonio in a while.
Yeah.
And despite like honestly injuring myself, and I had a great time.
That's awesome.
And I would do it again. So I'd like to go back someday soon.
Well, let us know.
We'll
when
not
you
ride
go.
the Batman ride this time.
Maybe we'll tag along.
You should.
It'll be a whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be a great idea.
That is a great idea, Pete. Let's do it.
Okay.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Going back to work.
Ugh, tell me about it. Anywho.
What else is going on?
My wife and I bought a vehicle.
That's true.
Yeah, that's why also we weren't here, which your mom broke in an hour and a half after purchasing.
She did. Do we know what that part is that she pulled?
It's like a seatbelt holder.
Because
like you know how it's like an SUV, listeners. So you can put the back seat. It's a 2019 Subaru Ascent. No brag.
You should brag. That's their biggest model.
You can put the back seats down, and when you do that, like the middle buckle, because there's like middle seats, you can have that pushed to the side so you can have more area in the back to like lay your canoe or whatever. Because I'm on a canoe. I canoe now.
Right.
But it was awesome. It's an awesome vehicle. It's the coolest thing we've ever gotten.
That's awesome.
It's got the backup camera. It's got like driver assist type of deals. It's got the eyesight on it, and so it has adaptive cruise control, which is something where, like, let's say I'm on the expressway, I'm going 60 miles an hour. I have the adaptive cruise control on. The vehicle in front of me is going 50 miles an hour. It's gonna see the vehicle in front of me, and it's gonna stay a relative distance from that vehicle, and it's gonna stay the speed of the vehicle in front of me. So, and also, like, if it starts slowing down even further, I'll slow down also. And it also works in like the city. So I can be going 35 miles an hour and like I have it set, and the vehicle that I'm in recognizes that the vehicle in front of me is starting to slow down, and then there's a red light and the vehicle in front of me stops. My vehicle will also start slowing down to a stop.
Wow.
And I'm not comfortable with that because I need to stop.
I don't like that idea either. I mean, I was letting you talk because you seemed into it, but like I'm not into that at all.
No, it's more for in case my brain stops working. Like, because you're thinking, you're talking about tacos to your wife or whatever. You're not paying attention, and the vehicle in front of you is slowing down. Mm-hmm. So that's a good way to know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So we had those clients again that we talked about a few weeks ago, that are way out there in the boondocks. So this past Saturday morning, we went to go take care of those clients, and we passed that tacos place.
Oh, yeah. Yes. The Torito.
Torito, exactly. So we went and, yes, and we stopped and ordered more Torito tacos.
Was he there again?
He was there. He works the
window.
The window. So Jamie and I were like, how do we get him to repeat it? Like, we could say it, but he might be like, okay, got it. But like, how do we get him to say it? So like, I think I asked him like, so how is your chorizo? And he's like, oh, the chorizo's great or whatever. So I made sure to ask for some extra salsa. And
hey, can you not ask another man how his chorizo is?
No, not in this case. So I asked for some extra salsa, and his response was,
here's some salsita.
Yes, I put plenty of salsita in the bag. And I hate that we're still making fun of this guy, but like, it was really funny. It's worth the drive one day.
I'm not going.
The tacos are delicious. I ordered, besides torito, I ordered nopalitos. But they're so good. You have to prepare.
Cactus?
Yes.
Cactus taco?
Yes, but people have to make them right, and they make them right.
I've never eaten cactus before.
They're delicious, and it's like egg white. So I feel better when I ordered the torito. Torito with salsita. And the nopales. So, but they really are delicious. I've never had. There was only one person that made the nopales, and it was my friend's mother, and she passed away about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No one else could beat her nopales. Except, and I tried it. When I saw it on the menu, I was like, okay, let me see.
Let's see how these are.
Delicious. Delicioso.
So,
have you ever had nopales?
I tried them. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry.
It seems
to me they don't taste like anything. They don't really. I mean, you would think that they would have like an overabundance of flavor, whether good or bad. But like, I didn't feel any flavor added to it at all. Personally, I don't know.
So is this a taco with nopales? Like, or is there anything else in there, or?
No, just egg. I mean, you can add whatever you want, but I just had egg with corn. So I mean, I'm real lame. I'm trying to be healthy when I'm not being healthy.
My concern is if I'm in the desert and I see some cactuses, could I just cook up and eat some cactuses?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, watch out for the little picas.
Yeah.
Picacitos.
Take off the picas first.
I've always wondered how I'd fare in the wild. Like, I've seen a lot of Bear Grylls, and I feel like I've learned, like, I'm never going to experience it, but if there's an avalanche, I think I know how to make it okay.
How long before you're already drinking your own urine? In minutes.
I gotta say 120 minutes. Only because I don't know, like, how far into, like, am I scared?
Right.
Because, man, you just gotta think. First, you gotta listen, find that water. Where there's water, there's people. Gotta find that water.
Where there's water, is that a quote from the show?
No, I don't think it's a quote. I think it's a freaking way of life, Pete.
There's water, there's people. Okay. Got
Not
it.
salty ass water. Don't go to the beach. Don't be ridiculous.
no.
Don't drink ocean water, Pete.
Well, I know that.
I know how to make ocean water drinkable. It's very time consuming. It takes like a special rag. You need to like boil it, and then man, you gotta. Don't even get me started. Look it up if you want to. Just don't get stranded on a desert island. And if you are on a desert island, make sure there's clean water somewhere.
Got it. Thank you. Thanks
You
for
can
the
also drink
tips.
turtle's blood. That's fine.
What?
If you need to.
Where's this coming from?
The streets, Pete.
They're talking about turtle's blood on the streets?
In case you need to drink something, turtle's blood is liquid.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's not a lot of, like, if you're floating, like, let's say you're doing a castaway style, and you got to try to get back, you got to collect a lot of water, and in case you run out of water, you got to start drinking turtle's blood. Look it up, Pete. I guarantee. I think there's a guy. No, I think there was a guy that like survived for like, I may be over exaggerating, 100 years. No, like 6 months, like 3 months or something, out in the ocean.
Drinking
and he
nothing
drank.
but turtle's blood.
He drank rainwater because it rains in the ocean. Pete. You can collect rainwater, that's fine. But in case there's no rains, there are no clouds, you find a turtle, you murder that son of a bitch, and you drink his blood. There's a rule of threes.
Okay.
Okay, so you can not survive past 3 days with water. You cannot survive past 3 weeks without food.
Okay.
Your brain cannot survive 3 minutes without oxygen, and I want to say there's another one. You're not gonna something like I want to say 3 hours without shelter, and you fucking kill yourself. I may be paraphrasing that last one.
Apparently, you can't last 3 seconds without murdering a turtle.
Never know, Pete. Don't leave me in a locked-in PetSmart.
Why specifically a turtle?
Because they got a lot of blood, Pete. I don't know.
How does that make sense?
You gotta catch a shark in the ocean, Pete?
No.
There's a lot of turtles in the ocean. You ever been?
Oh my god.
There's a lot of turtles in the ocean, and I don't want to have to murder a turtle. Myrtle turtle. Myrtle turtle.
Myrtle the turtle.
That's a Dr. Seuss book that never got made. But in the event, if you ever if anybody out there is listening and they have this podcast downloaded and they're like, oh shit, I'm in this boat and there's no water around, I can drink turtles.
Wow. Okay.
You can't drink a tuna. You can't drink tuna fish. Do tuna fish have blood? Probably barely any.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it. But okay, I'm not going to argue this point because it's ridiculous. So
that you're gonna hold that in your pocket and you're gonna pull it out in a party.
I don't think that I am, but okay.
I mean, if you like to be the life of the party, then yeah, you know, if you're ever stranded and you need to drink something, you should murder a turtle.
All right, cool. A big chapter of Q's life has come to a close because he has now graduated 5th grade. He's leaving elementary school and he's going into junior high or middle school or whatever it's called. It used to be called junior high back when I was a youngin', but now it's called middle school. So
junior high for me was 7th and 8th grade.
So what was 6th grade? Was that part of elementary?
I want to say that was middle school.
So you had elementary, middle school, and junior high?
Yeah, and then high school.
That's weird.
I want to say middle school was 5th and 6th grade.
What?
Yeah.
That's how they do it in Elsa.
I don't know if they still do it that way, but that's how I remember it being done. I remember in the 6th grade is when I first got deodorant. Not me especially. They were like, here, Mark, you might want to start putting this stuff on. We're learning about puberty and stuff, and they gave us little baggies, and I was like, deodorant? What? What is this? And I was like, hey, you dare me to put it on? And they're like, I don't care. I was like, all right. What am I doing?
And that's when your birthday sucked.
Yeah. And that was the worst birthday ever.
Because you were the smelly kid in class. Oh,
when did you start wearing deodorant?
I don't remember.
I can tell you it was 6th grade for me.
It had to be earlier than that for me. Probably like 3rd grade, maybe.
What?
Maybe
no
earlier.
way. You were in elementary school wearing deodorant.
Yeah.
Does Q wear deodorant?
Yes. He's been wearing it since he was like 4 or 5.
Are you kidding me?
No.
When should Harley and Dexter be wearing deodorant?
I've never really smelled them. I don't know if they smell
great. They're great little kids.
I mean, it's a part of puberty.
Right.
It's just, everybody's different.
Yeah.
I don't think that yours have that.
They don't have that little kid stink yet,
No, not yet.
but it's coming.
It's getting there. That
Q started when he was like in 3rd grade, like where he wore it every day. It wasn't Axe yet, but like the 2nd semester of 3rd grade was like, I need to smell good for the ladies. Or I don't know what his reasoning was.
for las chicas.
I mean, where 4th and 5th grade, he had some in his backpack.
Just in case.
Just in case. Because, he's, in sports.
Yeah.
And so they don't change.
Oh,
like in
yeah.
middle school.
So yeah, I don't think I don't know if there's too early. I mean, it's not like it's good. It's a good habit to practice. I think his first, it's like brushing your teeth and whatnot. Huh? I mean,
Yeah.
so, but anyway, yeah, he's leaving elementary. He's going on to middle school, and it was hard, but I got through it. Very minimal. Like I'm telling you, I've been getting real fucking weepy with every
Yeah, you're
little,
emotional.
right?
You're on
but-
your period or something.
something like that. But this time there was a brief moment, but I held myself together, and I think it's getting easier to accept. I don't know why his last open house meant more, or not didn't mean more, but like it affected me more than like his little graduation ceremony.
Yeah.
No idea why. But anyway.
We wanted to take a walk this afternoon, and I felt the best way to get them to go take a walk with us is to get some ice cream.
Okay.
So we got some ice cream from the fridge, and we're like, hey, we're going to go for a walk around the neighborhood because we're going to take them to Disney World
Okay.
around November. So we want them practice with their walking skills. We want to know what we're dealing with because I don't want to have to carry them on my back all
Right.
freaking day for like 5 days.
Right.
Because it's going to suck.
Okay.
So we wanted to test the waters. So we were eating ice cream, and that's how I got chocolate on my pants. But they are so shitty at walking. The girl walks like a newborn horse. She just like skips and does little trotting when she walks. Like she can't keep a steady pace.
Okay.
And I'll say like, Harley, walk a little bit faster, and she'll start running. And I'm like, no, just walk. And she has no second gear. She goes from 1st to 5th.
Uh-huh.
And the boy, I don't know how, but we gave them sunglasses because we got some sweet Subaru sunglasses.
Okay.
And he got ice cream on his sunglasses because he was holding them. He would lift them while he was eating his ice cream, and then he'd put them down. And Alyssa, she was just so pissed. We walked for maybe 10 minutes, and Alyssa
Wow.
was pissed.
She had had enough.
She was like, you were walking faster than everybody. I had to be hanging back. And then I was thinking, like, if we're actually walking there, I have to hang back to make sure nobody gets lost because you were ahead of everybody. And I was like, look, I was ahead of everybody because nobody was moving. Harley would stop every 10 steps to just be like, hey, have you guys ever wondered how? And then she just starts talking because she does not stop talking.
Right.
And I realized, like, halfway in the walk, I was like, I got it. I'm just going to hold her hand. So that's when I got into the rhythm of it. I was holding her hand, and then we were making better pace. Alyssa was still in the back, mad at everyone in the world. But so that's how we're doing. I'll keep you updated on how our walking progress is coming along.
Okay.
But right now, it's terrible.
It needs work, to say
It
the
needs
least.
some work.
So, recently I discovered something that I did not know existed. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Counterfeit Funko Pops.
Oh my goodness.
As you know, my dad is an avid collector. Me and my dad are avid collectors of
Yeah.
Funko Pops.
As is my wife. Not avid. She just gets what she likes.
He considers himself a pop hunter,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool.
Yeah. Some people
So
say.
I was helping him out in finding some on eBay.
Yeah.
Okay, I stumbled across a seller who, if you know what, if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true.
Correct.
Okay, he was selling like buy 3 get 2 free type of situation
I don't
going
like
on
that
here.
at all.
Okay, and they were already very low priced. Okay, so we ended up buying 4.
Okay.
Okay, and he's one of his many collections is he wants to get like the main characters from a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he was like, I don't know where else to go, so I was like, let me decide for you. So I chose the alien from Aliens.
Okay.
Okay, I chose the Iron Giant.
Excellent choice.
Mm-hmm. And I chose, God, what was the other one? I can't remember what it was right now. I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, point is like we got these 4 pops for the price of like 2, okay?
Uh-huh.
And they shipped.
Yeah.
The guy didn't use any kind of packaging whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
When they arrived, they came in smashed. The boxes were crushed. The worst one was the alien. The box had just torn apart.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was trying to tell my dad, like, look, we got them for half of what they're worth or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is unacceptable. So
Yeah.
we're going to send them back.
Yeah.
So I contact the dude because this was my sale or my whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He put me in charge of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I contacted the dude and I said, you sent me these items and they are just completely smashed. Like I would really, I was very adamant about how can you be like, this is your main thing. Like if you look at his listing, he's got like 9 million pops that he's selling.
Yeah.
Like how can you be this careless with something that you know is a collector's item? This is bought primarily by collectors.
Yeah.
And you're not going to give any care in packaging. I said, I'm very disappointed in this. So I would like a full refund. I didn't want to do business with this guy at all. And he replied a day later and he said something to the effect of, sorry, we cannot refund your money. I'll give you 2 options, okay? I will give you 10% back and you just keep them as is, or I will replace them 100%.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he was almost like a bot. So he replied and he said, do not send them back. He does not want them back. He doesn't want the damaged boxes back.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for me to get my refund or get the replacement is I had to destroy them, take pictures of me destroying them, and send him the pictures of the destroyed items.
What?
Exactly. I was like, what kind of a businessman doesn't want inventory back? Even if the box is destroyed, you can like resell it at a lower price or whatever. But he didn't want
say figure only.
He didn't want his product back. He wanted me to destroy them and send him pictures of the destroyed items before he would even think about refunding either 10% of the money or sending me new items. And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I contacted eBay and I got them involved, and it turns out they're counterfeit. I didn't realize that they make fake pops.
Did it list it as a counterfeit or?
Yeah, something about the barcode wasn't up to snuff. But these things are like...
But is he selling them as genuine?
He's selling them as genuine. He's selling them as genuine. So what they did was they stepped in and they said, we are going to refund all of your money.
Uh-huh.
We're sending you shipping labels to send them back. I mean, he doesn't want them, but send them back to him anyway.
Yeah.
And we're going to shut down his page or whatever the case was. So I was just so fucking pissed at this guy.
Yeah.
So I packaged them up, but I decided as a little fuck you, I kept one. As you can see, there's the Iron Giant, which is
Wow.
apparently a counterfeit. And
That's crazy.
I didn't know that existed.
Let me
so
see this.
that's a reminder to me to never try and buy something for cheaper than what it's worth. So sorry, Dad. I learned my lesson. I'm sorry.
I mean, I guess it seems... I don't want to say like I know, but if you were to tell me what seems counterfeit about this, I guess I would have to say it seems like a McDonald's toy.
It's a little light, or kind of.
Yeah.
And the if you would have seen the packages is what threw me off completely. The printing on it looked very, very dull.
Yeah.
Like it almost looked like photocopied. Like the box was the right shape and it came with a plastic insert and all that stuff. But like I started doing some research and like a lot of them will be slightly smaller than normal pops, and the printing on it, sometimes they'll leave off like important elements like the exclamation point on the word pop or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, that's it. So I sent him an empty box. I never got a response. I don't care. I should have kept all 4 of them and just sent 4 empty boxes, but
Yeah.
that was just a little
No,
reminder.
that's so interesting because like I'm comparing it to, you have a Kevin Smith Funko Pop here in the studio and it seems smaller than him.
Yeah. So
That's so interesting. And yeah, the plastic doesn't feel nice. It feels like a toy.
Right.
I mean, it is a toy, but it
Correct.
feels more like a children's toy than a collector's item.
You see that little they're usually pristine, like especially on the feet, because if you stand him up, like he's gonna forever be wobbly.
Yeah.
Because there's a little piece of plastic that wasn't properly shaved off. Like they're just little imperfections that they make now, and
That's
so
crazy.
you got to watch out for when you're doing that. So
Wow.
always buy American, kids. That's what I
Make
gotta
sure you
say.
get from a genuine Funko distributor.
Right. So anyway, there's my little PSA for the day, and.
Mine is drink turtle's blood.
Drink turtle's blood. So anyway, having said that, Mark, I think it's time to hit the music.
You got it.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for following us still. It's been about 3 weeks since we've been here, but we came back. We did it. We had a good talk. And did you have fun?
I had a great time.
Okay, great. Special thanks to our sponsor, Chico's Bail Bonds. So on that note, I'm Pete Salas along with
Mark Chocolate Pants Rodriguez.
Have yourselves a very happy Taco Tuesday.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Pete.
Thank you. Bye-bye.